Are you someone who's trying to look confident by acting cool and detached? Truth is, that is not really confidence. Confidence is when you can stand tall, hold eye contact, and laugh at yourself even. In this video, I'm going to share with you 9 tips that I wish I knew earlier so that you can become confident much faster than I did. The first one is something you can do straight away, which is to get your hands out of your darn pockets. I don't know where the idea came from that putting your hands into your pockets is something that is considered cool. Truth is, you're hiding your hands, the tool that you can use to hurt others. At least that's what your primal brain thinks. So when you have your hands in your pockets, your brain and others' brains will subconsciously think you have something to hide, some malicious intent, something that you need to hide your hands. Even if this is unconscious, this is the truth. To act more confident and be more confident yourself, even if it feels unusual at first, get your hands out of your pockets. The second lesson is to hold eye contact. If you're having a conversation with someone, you're supposed to hold eye contact with them. Don't stare them down, hold some eye contact, look away at times like I'm doing right now, and have a normal conversation. Give that person the feeling that you are actually listening to them, looking at them. And when you're thinking, you can just look away and then look back once you've collected your thought. Not only does this help your brain to collect their thought, it also helps the other person to understand that in that moment you were actively thinking, which helps others to make you seem more confident. Another practice to make this much easier is that you can look someone between the eyebrows. You don't need to look into their eyes fully if it feels too weird at first, which it will feel unnatural if you're not used to holding eye contact with someone. Especially true if you find the other person attractive and you're not used to that. People don't say that the eyes are the gates to the soul for no reason. There's truth to that. So put in some practice and effort to actually look into someone's eyes and look how much more confident you will seem to them. The third one is that you should slow down your speech, especially if you're nervous in the moment. You should realize how fast you're talking when you become nervous and it's just like a rambling sentence and you don't even know what you're saying, and all of that makes it seem like what you're saying has no importance. There's no breathing room. There's no time being spent for what you have to say. It's as if you just want to get it out of your mouth because it has no meaning. It has no worth. So start to slow down when you become nervous. Try to at least become aware of this. Especially helpful is to just take a deep breath in the moment. It can be through your nose, which is usually much more helpful. It helps you to slow down, pick up the pace that is correct for the moment, and make you seem much more confident. The fourth one is that you should stand up straight. Look, some of you are just slouching. And honestly, I used to be guilty of this all the time. Not really paying attention to how your posture is, whether or not you're having a straight posture, whether or not your chest is in the front, your shoulders put to the back. All of this has huge impact, not only how others see you, but actually there's scientific evidence that how you're posturing yourself actually has impact on your physiology. If you have a confident stance, you actually impact how you feel. If you are someone who's closing up their body, your body will react to that and also close you up mentally. So actually pay attention whether or not you're standing up straight and having a confident posture. The fifth one is more of a lesson that I had to learn, which is that acting non-bothered all the time is actually not cool nor confident. It's actually just boring. You acting non-bothered all the time is not you being cool, it's actually you being cold. And that is anything but attractive nor confident. You showing emotions and actually owning up to them is much more confident than you just showing none at all. Because emotions are just part of what we are. You have them and you can show them and show them with pride, whatever it is. Which brings us to the next tip. To actually be able to laugh at yourself is confidence. Doesn't matter what happens to you, and if you think it's awkward, if you act as if it was something awkward, people will also feel that and also feel like it's awkward. If you fall down, trip, whatever it is, and you act like it's something very embarrassing, people will actually feel that and they will also pick up the emotions. This is how body language works. We send out signals, people pick them up, and they will react to that. If you, however, give them a signal that what happened isn't really something embarrassing, and you can just laugh about it, that you just slipped, which, let's be honest, all of these kinds of things that we sometimes believe is embarrassing are things that happen to us all. Own up to it, make it a fun moment, even say it out loud that this was awkward, this was weird, that was funny, whatever. People will be much more impressed by your reaction that you're not being embarrassed, but instead own up to whatever happened to you and just confidently say it out loud. Tip number 7 is something I struggled with, especially in my youth, which is that it's okay to actually take up some space. You trying to curl up yourself so that you're not being noticed, to not take up so much space, is a pure sign that you're not confident, that you do not believe that you can take up some kind of space in the room, to take up some kind of presence, to be there, to show that you exist in the room and you deserve to be in the room. When you're sitting down, also have a straight posture. Don't cross your arms, don't block off yourself. Take up some space. Have a normal seated position like this. Be okay with the fact that you deserve to take up some space in the room, and it's okay to be noticed, because confidence means that even when you get noticed, it doesn't make you nervous. It's completely fine. Which leads us to tip number 8, which is to use open body language. Just like I said before with the hands in the pockets, that is closed off body language. You crossing your arms is closed off body language. It's not you trying to act cool, it's actually you trying to defend yourself in some kind of primal way. You having crossed arms makes you feel like you're much safer, which then in turn makes you feel as if you're more confident. Others will pick up on the fact that you are trying to protect yourself. If you have an open body language, people will notice that. People will respect that. Since you also have an open body language, people will feel much more open to approach you. And that will give you practice to be much more confident. Because confidence comes with practice, which is tip number 9. Look, all of the tips I've given you are no magical pill. And I didn't magically just switch to become confident when I became 25. I practiced for years, day by day. I tried to take it step by step. You can do the same. Take one of these tips and try to apply it day by day. Look how it goes, and then keep trying to apply it until you can apply the next thing. And let me know in the comments how it went. Always keep in mind that confidence is a skill, something you can build. Even someone like me, who used to be a shy, addicted video gamer, who couldn't even speak up to other people, let alone girls. In fact, I probably never managed to speak to a girl properly anyhow, because I was just too shy and had zero confidence. However, this is something you can practice. It takes time, but it's a skill. Just like something you started back then that you were horrible at, and at some point it just became natural. This is also the truth for confidence. So go out there and start practicing. It's absolutely worth it and it will change your life. And if you are someone who's struggling with people pleasing because of low confidence, here's a video about what I learned after 10 years of people pleasing. Check it out.